John Pongchu Mark Anthony P. Gaspi. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Industrial Technology, major in Food Technology 2015, Diploma in Teaching 2017 at Iloilo Science and Technology University, Davao Campus. I am a LET passer of September 2017 with SLRTC and Gurung Pinoy as my review center. Currently, I am a foreign language teacher at sa Peterson School, Nakonsi, Tamarat, Thailand. I have been teaching here since 2018. Now, my positive experience with SLRTC Gurung Pinoy is during that time, I need to be out of my classes because I have a sick mom and a sick dad, which were admitted at Davao Doctors Hospital, so I need to travel back and forth. Now, Ma'am Nek and Sir Ram, they will be sending me review materials, video clips, or any related articles which will help me in my review. They will also teach me and pray for me that I will be going to ace my LET examinations. Now, they're really committed to their advocacy, which is to help all aspiring educators to fulfill their dreams of becoming a licensed professional teacher. Their compassion to prepare you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically is beyond words. SLRTC Gurung Pinoy is the right choice. For you to ace your LET examination, subscribe Gurung Pinoy. Kapun Kap.
Alright, and we're live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat na nandyan ngayon sa Pilipinas at sa iba-ibang bahagi pa ng mundo. We are live again on our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy. We're also live on Facebook through our Facebook page, Gurung Pinoy. If you are watching us on Facebook, that's only going to be until the GenEd part, then please proceed to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy, for the ProfEd part of our discussion. If you don't want any interruptions in your viewing, then please go directly to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy. Again, before we start, everyone, I'd like you to please like this video. Everybody, please like this video before we start. Again, go ahead, please like this video before we start today's discussion of our LET items. Again, we're also live on Facebook, but that's only going to be a preview. So if the live stream on Facebook gets interrupted, then please go to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy. If this is your first time watching us, especially our live streams, then make sure that you subscribe, you hit that bell button so that you'll be notified of the next live streams or the other videos that I'll be posting. Okay, so again, good evening. This is GenEd and ProfEd discussions. Of course, the exclusive materials will go straight to our growers. If you are still not members of GROW, again, GROW is Gurung Pinoy Review Online Work Group. This is our exclusive FB group. It's very easy to join. It's very cheap. It's very convenient. All you need to do is to pay the 250 pesos fee through Palawan, Cebuana ML. The name is there, address, and a phone number are all there. Now, if you cannot go out because of the quarantine, then you can ask a friend or a family to just pay it for you. Then send your receipt through our Facebook page, that's Gurung Pinoy. Okay, so again, we welcome all members to our Gurung Pinoy Review Online Exclusive Work Group, which is also called GROW. Now, GROW only covers the GenEd and the ProfEd part of the discussion. So everything that I'm discussing here in our live stream goes straight to GROW. Ma'am Annalisa, I've seen your question a while ago. I've already added you. You're already in Grupo. Now, some of you are watching on Facebook, but I can't see your comments. So I'm only going to be reading some of the comments that I can see on our YouTube channel. Okay, so again, GROW is only 250. That's GenEd, ProfEd. That's aside from all the items that I'm discussing here. I'm also sending thousands of questions through GROW. Okay, so our GROW members can attest to that. I've already sent thousands of questions there, and these questions are all relevant questions because these questions were from our test bank. These questions were from the previous let. Okay, so we are guaranteed that these questions are really targeted, and these questions can really help you pass the let. All right, so again, that's grow. And of course, if this is your first time here, like Sir Maynard Guyane, okay, he said it's his first time to be with us through YouTube, no? If this is your first time, then remember that for this entire month of July, our live stream schedule is at 7 p.m. That's always 7 p.m. Philippine time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay, so again, that's for the entire month of July. Again, if this is your first time, we welcome all of you, and we hope that you enjoy and that, more importantly, you learn from our discussion tonight. My name is Ma'am Mek Saison Manaay. I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Biological Sciences. I'm, of course, from Iloilo, Philippines. I used to teach in Ateneo de Iloilo. I've also taught in an international school in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And currently, I am teaching Science High School in Manning High School here in South Carolina, USA. So I'm welcoming all of you. And I hope that Gurung Pinoy can be instrumental in your reaching your dream of becoming a licensed professional teacher. Gurung Pinoy used to be Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. This was the review center that I owned together with my husband, Sir Ram Manaay, and this was located in Iloilo City. Now, a while ago, you've seen a testimonial from one of our pastors before, Sir Mark Legaspi, who's now currently teaching in Thailand. So in the coming live streams, we will be giving you some videos. We will be showing you some videos of our let passers so that they can also serve as your inspiration for you to strive hard, for you to reach your goal of becoming licensed teachers, even if we are facing a lot of challenges today, especially with the pandemic, which is COVID-19. All right. So again, we start and we go straight to our GenEd. For the first timers, I'd like you to please get your notebook or a piece of paper, but of course I'd recommend that you have your notebook for our live streams, for our review, so that all of the things that you're learning are intact. Okay, so notebook and a pen, and we start with GenEd. There's going to be 15 items. Please write the numbers 1 until 15, and we start with item number 1. Okay, item number 1 here, this is social studies. Conducting PRC examinations abroad to OFWs in different countries is perceived as a blank, a service to overseas workers, propaganda movement, a pleasure trip for PRC officers, or letter D, service to earn dollars. What do you think is the correct answer for question number 1? Please send us your answer. Also, please don't forget to write your answer in your notebook. Okay, what do you think is the answer? What will be the correct answer for the first one? That's question number 1. A lot of you have already sent your answers. Again, I'm just looking at the comments that we have in our online classroom in YouTube, on our YouTube channel. I can't see the rest of the comments that we have on Facebook. Again, Facebook is just going to be a preview. So if you don't want any interruptions in your live stream, then please go to our YouTube channel. That's Gurung Pinoy. Subscribe and hit that bell button. Come back for more. Again, July, our schedules are going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Philippine time. Okay, a lot of you are answering letter A, and that is the correct answer. Okay, so we all know that PRC exams are also given in other parts of the world, not only in the Philippines. There are special exams in other countries, and this is, of course, a service to our overseas workers. Many of our overseas workers still want to reach their dream of becoming LPTs. Okay, now I have also seen some of you, Ma'am Maylin, for example. No, Ma'am Maylin, isa sa mga estudyante na natin na usual dito sa YouTube channel natin na Gurung Pinoy. She has told me that she is in Abu Dhabi, okay? And some of you are also in Thailand. Others are also in some parts of the world, okay? So for number 1, correct answer is letter A. Good evening, Ma'am Rafaela Joy Fajardo. Okay lang po, number 1 pa lang po tayo. All right, we go to number 2. Question number 2. Jean learned in school that fertilizers affect the growth of plants. She wanted to know how the amount of fertilizers used could affect its growth. Which of the following should she do? Is it letter A, conduct an experiment to find out? Letter B, write to the Bureau of Soils? Letter C, ask her science teacher for the correct answer? Or letter D, look for the correct answer in a book? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 2? Question number 2, what do you think is the correct answer? Again, I welcome those people who are here for the first time. I can see a lot of unfamiliar names, so I'm pretty sure you're first-timers in our online group, in our online class. We welcome all of you, and I'm pretty sure your online classmates also welcome all of you. Okay, so let's all learn together and let's all help each other for you to pass the LET. All right, now many of you are answering letter A. So going back to our question here, she learned in school that fertilizers affect the growth of plants. Now she wanted to find out how the amount of fertilizers used could affect its growth. Okay, so she actually has a hypothesis. How, or she also has a scientific question, how does the amount of fertilizers used could affect the growth of plants? And so the correct answer here for her to find out, correct answer of course would be letter A, to conduct an experiment to find out, and that is the correct answer. Okay, so for number 2, the correct answer is also letter A. Please put a check mark if your answer is correct. Now we know that this is one step in our scientific method. We are all very familiar with our scientific method. When we were still students, the scientific method is usually the first topic in our science subjects. Okay, now what are the different steps in the scientific method? Okay, so I have here on the slides the various steps that we have in our scientific method as used in scientific investigations. Okay, so the first step that we have here is observation. Now we know that when we say observation, we are using the 5 senses that we have. So the sense of sight, the sense of hearing, the sense of smell. Okay, so we are using the different senses that we have for us to learn or to come up with questions with regards to our environment. Okay, so that's observation. Now, I have included one term here, which is inference. Inference po is different from observation because observation per se are the things that we come up with through the use of our senses. But when you say inference, these are opinions that we come up with based on our observation. Okay, so when you say observation again, you come up with an observation. You have an observation because you've used your 5 senses. Now, an inference is your opinion, an opinion that you have formed based on what you have observed. Now, say you are looking at a picture, and the picture is showing you that there's the sun is shining, there's a girl, the girl is using a fan. And the question, for example, in the LET is asking you, which among the following statements is an inference with regards to the picture that we have? Okay, again, the question is about inference. Now, the choices, for example, is that the sun is shining, the girl is using a fan, the girl feels hot, or it is a sunny day. Okay, so again, the question is, which among the following statements is an inference with regards to the picture above? Okay. And the picture, in your picture, you have a sun that's shining. You have a girl who's using a fan. And your choices are the sun is shining. That's letter A. Letter B, the girl is using a fan. Letter C, it is a hot day, or the girl feels hot. And letter D, it is a sunny day. Okay. Now then, if your question is about the inference, again, inference is just an opinion which is formed based on what you have observed. In that question, the correct answer for your inference would be letter C. Okay, so letter C would be the correct answer, and that is the girl feels hot. The girl feels hot. That is your opinion based on what you have observed. You have observed that the sun is shining, so it's a sunny day, and that the girl is using a fan. Those are all your observations. So inference, again, is just an opinion based on what you have observed. Now, the second step in your scientific method that we have here is forming your scientific question. Okay, now scientific question is very important. Any type of question cannot really be a scientific question. Not all types of questions are scientific questions. When you say scientific questions, that means it requires experimentation. It cannot only be answered by just a yes or a no. Okay, so it means you really have to experiment for you to be able to answer your scientific question. So if your boyfriend or your girlfriend would ask you, do you love me? That is not a scientific question because you don't need experimentation for you to be able to answer it truthfully or maybe answer it as charing lang. Okay, so it's not a scientific question. Scientific question is a question that requires experimentation for it to be answered. Okay, now before you go to your hypothesis, usually you'd look for related studies, some relevant information that you can find. You conduct some very short research for you to be able to come up with your next step, which is the hypothesis. Now, we all know that the hypothesis is an educated guess. Okay, it is an educated guess. This usually is what we think would be the answer to our scientific question. Okay, so that's your hypothesis. Now, the next step would be experimentation. Experimentation is very important because this is how we check whether our hypothesis is true or correct or not. Okay, for us to check whether your hypothesis is correct, we do experimentation. Okay, so we experiment. Now, before or after experimentation, of course, we can come up with our data. So we gather our data, we analyze this data, we present this data through tables or maybe through graphs. Then, of course, we come up with a conclusion. Now, a conclusion would usually just restate your hypothesis. If your hypothesis was correct, your conclusion is going to restate your hypothesis. Or if your hypothesis was wrong, then your conclusion is going to negate your hypothesis. Okay, so these, ladies and gentlemen, are the different steps in your scientific method. Okay, but of course, the correct answer for number 2 is letter A. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Now we go to question number 3. If a building is leased by the owner to another person who uses it for charitable purposes, A, the owner and the one who leased are exempted from tax. Letter B, the one who leased is not exempted from tax. Letter C, the owner is exempted from tax. Or letter D, the owner is not exempted from tax while the one who leased is exempted. This is still in the category of social studies. Thank you so much, Sir Migs, for sa iyong ayuda, napakaagang ayuda. Maraming salamat po. Sir Migs, you are different from the Sir Migs that our na ating gobernador, no? So ano kayang tatawag ko kay Sir Migs? Okay, so meron na tayong mayora, which is Ma'am Mercy. And then meron tayong isang Sir Migs na gobernador. Tatawagin kitang congressman. Okay, so Congressman Sir Migs the Great, thank you so much po for your help to Gurong Pinoy. Okay, now what do you think is the correct answer for number 3? This is social studies. Okay, so you have a building. There is a building which is leased by the owner. Leased, of course, that means pinaparentahan ng kanyang owner to another person. Now, the other person uses it for charitable purposes. So, maaaring yung nagre-renta is a religious sector. Okay, so religious sect siya. Or maaaring NGO, okay, non-government organization. So what do you think would be the correct answer for letter A? The owner and the one who leased are exempted from tax. The one who leased is not exempted from tax. The owner is exempted from tax. The owner is not exempted from tax, while the one who leased is exempted. The correct answer for this one would be letter D. The owner is not exempted from tax because, of course, that's his property and someone is leasing the property. Someone is paying you for the rent, so you're not exempted from your property tax. But the one who's leasing it is exempted from tax. Now, why is the one leasing it, the one who's using it for charitable purposes, exempted from tax? That is as recommended as stated in our section 28, parenthesis 3 of Article 6 of the Philippine Constitution, because it grants religious and charitable institutions exemption from real property tax on all lands, buildings, and improvements. Okay, so basta ginagamit for charitable purposes for religion, ay wala po silang binabayarang tax. Okay, so the correct answer for number 3 would be letter D. That's correct. All right, now we go to number 4. Every year, income taxes are filed by payers of 18 years old and above. How do government company workers pay their taxes? Is it letter A, withholding taxes monthly, letter B, advance credit, letter C, cash payment on March 15th, or letter D, salary deduction? What is the correct answer for number 4? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 4? Please send me your answers again also, and please write it on your notebook so that we can check. Okay, now some of you are answering D, others are answering A. Still, this is in the category of social studies. Okay, social studies, social science. All right, now going back to our question, every year income taxes are filed by payers of 18 years old and above. How do government company workers pay their taxes? Okay, so how do the government workers pay their taxes, the income tax? Correct answer for this one would be letter A. Letter A po, withholding taxes monthly, or usually nga bi-monthly pa, no? So kada salary day may withholding tax. It's not advance credit, it's not cash payment. Your term is not salary deduction. Dinideduct siya sa iyong salary, minaminus siya sa salary, but your term is not salary deduction. Withholding tax po ito. When you say salary deduction, ito po yung nangyayari pag uma-apply kayo, nag-a-apply kayo bilang OFW at wala kayong pong placement. So what happens is that i-deduct na lang, ima-minus na lang, ikakalta sa inyong salary. That's salary deduction. Pero yung ginagawa po sa ating mga employees, especially government employees, for the payment of the tax, that's going to be withholding, okay? Withholding taxes po. Salary deduction is a different term. It's used in a different way, but of course, essentially, yung withholding tax mo is also deducted from the salary of your employees, but the term po is withholding tax, not salary deduction. Salary deduction is for placement of OFWs, okay? So the correct answer for number 4 would be letter D. Now we go to number 5. The products of a reaction between a base and an acid are letter A, ester and water, letter B, salt and water, letter C, water and alcohol, letter D, salt. What do you think is the correct answer for question number 5? This is science. Again, for those people who are watching us on YouTube, I can't see your comment. On Facebook, I can't see your comment. And if the live stream on Facebook gets interrupted, please go to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy. All right, go ahead. Please send me your answers for number 5. This is science. Okay, iba-iba na ang inyong sagot. May C, may D, may A, may mga question mark, may B. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 5? Again, the question is the products of a reaction between a base and an acid are letter A, ester and water, letter B, salt and water, letter C, water and alcohol, letter D, salt alone. The correct answer for this one is letter B, that's salt and water. Okay, this is salt and water. Now let me discuss why the answer is letter B. Now we have different types of chemical reactions. Remember in our previous live stream, I have discussed the different types of reactions that we have in chemistry. So we have physical reaction, we have chemical reaction, and we have nuclear reaction. So again, when you say physical reaction po, there is no change in the chemical component of your substance. Okay, your substance can still be reverted to its original state. Pag sinabi mo chemical reaction, you cannot easily revert it to its original state there is a change in the chemical component of your substance. So that means there is a new substance which is formed. And when you say your nuclear reactions naman, there is a change in the nucleus of your element, the nucleus of your atom. Now remember that you have two types of nuclear reactions, your nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Now, if you do not know all these terms yet, please make sure that you check our playlist on GenEd and ProfEd live streams. We have all the live streams that we have there. Also, please check our playlist on GenEd and ProfEd. So balikan niyo po lahat ng mga videos natin before, especially if this is your first time. Please go back to our live streams because we have already discussed thousands of questions in our previous live streams. Okay, so what we have here on our slide are just the different types of chemical reactions that we have. These are the first 4 chemical reactions. We have 6 chemical reactions that we are going to discuss today. All right, so the first term that we have here is synthesis. Synthesis, another term that we use for synthesis is combination. So as you can see in our illustration here, si lalaki at si babae ay nagpakasal. That's synthesis or combination. Okay, so nagsama lang yung lalaki at babae. Combination or synthesis. Now, the composition is the opposite of synthesis. Okay, so the composition mo, this is the opposite. Si lalaki at si babae ay naghiwalay. Okay, so if you have a substance AB, it is going to be decomposed to give us substance or substances A plus B. So naghiwalay yung dalawang substances mo from a compound. That's your decomposition, which is the opposite nga of synthesis. Now, single displacement naman and double displacement, they are very related with one another. Single displacement mo, you imagine that there is a couple, there's a boyfriend and a girlfriend, at merong isang babaeng umeksena. Okay, so merong isang babaeng umeksena, and this girl took the place of this girl that we have here. Okay, so what happens is that after the reaction, the boy is already paired with a new girl and the previous or the ex-girlfriend is alone. Okay, so that's why we call it single displacement. Dinisplace niya, ni-replace niya yung babae dito. But of course, we're talking about chemicals here, okay? Ginawa ko lang ito so that it's going to be easy for you to understand all this. Now, double displacement naman, you have 2 couples. Okay, double displacement, you have 2 couples. And they have switched partners. Okay, so they've exchanged partners, they've switched partners. So you'd call this double displacement. Ito naman po yung tinatawag nating double displacement. Okay, may umiksena. All right, so again, these are the first 4 types of chemical reactions that we have. Synthesis, combination. So nagko-combine lamang dalawang substances mo to form a compound. The composition is the opposite of synthesis. Okay, so you have a compound and it disintegrates to give us 2 substances. Single displacement, one substance takes the place of another in a compound. Double displacement, you have 2 compounds and they switch partners. Okay, so that's double displacement. Now, the next type of chemical reaction that we have here is your combustion reaction. Combustion reaction naman is a reaction of a fuel with oxygen gas. Okay, so basta meron kayong O2, oxygen gas sa inyong reactant, and your results, your products are water and carbon dioxide, this is a combustion reaction. Layman's term, we call this burning. Okay, so this is the 5th type of chemical reaction. Our answer a while ago was neutralization. Neutralization is a special type of chemical reaction which happens between an acid and a base. Whenever you have an acid and a base reacting, their product would always be water and a salt. Okay, always water and a salt. Lumalabasin po ito sa LET. What is or what are the products of your water and your salt? Yan nga yung question natin a while ago. The products of your acid and your base, and the products would always be water and salt. Okay, so that's the correct answer. All right, now we go to the next question. This is still in science. This is chemistry. The periodic law states that the chemical and physical properties of elements are a periodic function of their, is it letter A, atomic mass, letter B, mass number, letter C, atomic number, letter D, quantum number. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 6? Hindi ko yata nakita yung heartbroken na si Sir Felix ngayon. Hindi siya nakapag-react. Wala siya dito. Absent si Sir Felix. Many of you are first-timers. I welcome all of you. We welcome all of you to our online class. Sir Jampong Official. Sir Maestro Lover, is it your first time to be here? Ma'am GGCS, Miss Joan. Okay, so these are some people that I've seen here for the first time. Welcome po sa ating online class. Ma'am May Calderon Tendido, first time niyo po ba? Watching from Abu Dhabi, UAE, welcome po Sir Ariel Falculan. Yes, first time nga ni Sir Maestro. Habol po Ma'am Caroline. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 6? Mamay. Second time pala ni Mamay. Second time na. Okay, so more answers for number 6 before I give you the correct answer. Ma'am Chusain. Hello po. Okay, now going back to our question. Ma'am Eunice Carbajal, first timer din. Welcome po. The periodic law states that the chemical and physical properties of elements are a periodic function of their, the correct answer for this one would be letter C. Letter C po, atomic number. Now, ano nga bang pagkakaiba ng atomic mass, mass number, atomic number, quantum number? Now, if you have an element here, this is an element gold, okay? Meron tayong usually sa inyong periodic table, the father of which, no, daan ko lang dito, no, unahin ko muna tong si Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev po was a Russian chemist, and he is known to be the father of your modern periodic table. So he invented the periodic table. That's Dmitry Mendeleev. Take note of that. The father of your modern periodic table is Dmitry Mendeleev, Russian chemist. Now, whenever you see or you're looking at your periodic table, you see the different element symbols here. This is the element name, and usually meron kang nakikitang numbers dito. Okay, so meron ka nakikitang number. For example, in this case, there's the number 79 and there's the number 196.97. Sometimes nagkakaiba din naman yung locations ng mga numbers na to. Now, one of these numbers would be called atomic number. The other one is called your atomic mass. Okay? Now, even if magkaiba po yung location nila, tandaan lamang po ninyo, whatever is the higher number is always the atomic mass. Okay? Higher number would always be the atomic mass. Now, remember that you have 3 subatomic particles. I've already discussed this in our previous live streams. Again, just go back to our playlist on the GenEd, ProfEd live streams that we have, especially if this is your first time. We have the protons, the electrons, and the neutrons. Some of you, those who are already been here, those have been here for a long time already, are online students, you already know the differences between your protons, electrons, and neutrons. Now, pag sinabi mo pong atomic number, itong less na number natin dito, no, 79 and 196, again, sinabi ko, the higher number is always the atomic mass, which means the other number would be your atomic number. Now, your atomic number would always be equal to the number of protons of your atom or your element, okay? So it's equal to your number of protons. It is also equal to the number of neutrons, okay? So your atomic number is equal to number of protons, number of neutrons. Now, ang ano mo naman, I'm sorry, not number of neutrons, number of protons and number of electrons if your element is not charged. Again, your atomic number is equal to the number of protons and number of electrons if the element is not charged, meaning it is a neutral element. Now, your atomic mass here would be protons plus neutrons. Protons plus neutrons po siya. Okay, so that's protons plus neutrons. Lumalabas po ito sa let. Sometimes the let would ask you, gold in your periodic table has the atomic number of 79 and atomic mass of 197. How many protons does gold have? Okay, so if that's going to be the question, how many protons does gold have? That means your answer would be 79. I've already mentioned your atomic number is equal to the number of protons always, And it can also be equal to the number of electrons if your atom is uncharged. Pag wala siyang positive sign, wala siyang negative sign. Now, your atomic mass naman is protons plus neutrons. So, if you have the same question, pero yung last part ng question mo is, if gold has atomic number 79, atomic mass of 197, how many neutrons does it have? If that is a question, then your answer would be 197 minus 79. So, isasubtract mo ngayon yung protons, number of protons, sa yung atomic mass para makuha mo itong number of neutrons mo. Okay? Because atomic mass is protons plus neutrons. All right? So, those are some of the things that you can see in your periodic table. But of course, the answer that we have would be letter C. Letter C, that's atomic number. Okay, now we proceed. Number 7, this is social studies. Diminishing returns are in reference to a declining trend of marginal productivity, average productivity, total productivity, or none of the above. Maribeth Conzon, watching from Polomolok, South Cotabato. Good evening po. Amazing Sablayan, first timer. Good evening po. Welcome. Come back for more videos. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 7? This is social studies. Social studies. So some of you are answering A, B, C. Okay, iba-iba po yung inyong sagot. Good evening, Ma'am Priscilla. Okay, again, going back to our question, diminishing returns are in reference to a declining trend of. The correct answer for number 7 is marginal productivity. Letter A po, marginal productivity is the correct answer for number 7. Now, let's take a look at the terms marginal productivity and diminishing returns. Ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin nito? At ano nga ba yung kanilang relationship? Okay, so this is the law of diminishing returns. It states that an additional amount of a single factor of production will result in a decreasing marginal output of production. So if you are producing something, if you are a producer, if you have a company, and you are, of course, using different factors, marami kang ingredients, marami kang factors na ginagamit in your production. If you added an amount of a single factor, isang factor mo lamang yung in-increase mo because you'd want to improve your productivity, usually po, it is not going to improve your productivity, but it's going to result in a decreasing marginal output of production. Okay, for example, you have a restaurant and pumatok na yung restaurant mo, meron ka lamang isang chef or meron ka lamang isang cook. Okay, now malaki na yung demand mo, mas malaki na yung demand mo, nag-increase yung demand, marami ka ng customers. So what you did is you've hired more cooks, okay? You've hired more chefs. Nagkaroon ka ngayon ng 5 chefs, for example. You increased a single factor. Akala mo mas makakatulong ka, but in the end, ultimately, hindi pala nagkakasundo yung mga chefs mo, nag-aaway-away pala yung mga chefs mo, nagko-compete pala yung mga chefs mo. So ultimately, imbes na makapag-improve siya ng iyong productivity, it has decreased your marginal output of production. So that is what we call the law of diminishing returns. Additional amount of a single factor results in a decreasing marginal output of production. Okay, so that's the law of diminishing returns. And that is the correct answer. Letter A natin, okay, in our previous question. Thank you po, Ma'am Norhana Esmael. Thank you for your super chat. Super chat po, no? Si Ma'am Norhana also donated to Gurong Pinoy. Thank you so much. Okay, now, number 8. Classroom discussion should end with a final summary, also known as letter A, internal summary, letter B, medical summary, letter C, organizer, letter D, post-organizer. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 8? Whenever you have a classroom discussion, you end it with a final summary. But your final summary, there is another term that we use for this. Is this also called internal summary, medical summary, organizer, or post-organizer? The correct answer for number 7, Ma'am Cheska, is letter A po. Okay, a lot of you are answering letter D for number 8. Number 8D, post organizer. And that is a correct answer. Okay, so letter D, post organizer. So post organizer, this is simply a graphic organizer that we can use whenever we are making our summary. Okay, so graphic organizer lamang siya, may mga spaces siya, may mga parts siya, kung saan mo po pwedeng ilagay or isulat ang iyong final summary. Okay, so letter D, post organizer is the correct answer. Now we go to number 9. Next question, what is the advantage of using computers in processing test results? Okay, its processing takes a shorter period of time. Fast results can be easily accessed. Letter C, its statistical computation is accurate. Or letter D, all of these. What do you think is the correct answer for number 9? Ano kaya ang tamang sagot sa number 9? Again, we're already at question number 9. Okay, and the correct answer, of course, is letter D. That's correct. All of these are advantages of using computers in processing your test results. Okay, so letter D is the correct answer. I guess a lot of you got the correct answer. Number 10, which is considered as the brain of the computer? This is a very common question in GenEd, very easy. Is it letter A, keyboard, letter B, CPU, letter C, video screen, or letter D, software? Okay, what's the correct answer for number 10? Okay, a lot of you are answering and it's correct. That would be for number 10. That is letter B, of course. Central Processing Unit. That's considered as the brain of your computer, your CPU. Okay, so CPU, that's the letter B for number 10. Now we go to the next question. This is in the category of English. Okay, literature. Once I passed through a populous city, imprinting my brain for future use with its shows, architecture, customs, and traditions. Yet now, of all that city, I remember only a woman I casually met there, who detained me for love of me. This passage is an example of. Is this a free verse, blank verse, produce, or metered poetry? 11. Sir Carl Gaurano, first timer din po ba? Welcome po. Ma'am Janelle Mecaluna, first time. Okay, now a lot of you are answering A for number 11. Okay, and that is the correct answer po. So this is your free verse. This is a poem by Walt Whitman, and we know and we see that this is written in free verse. Okay, so it's written in free verse. That means wala po siyang wastong sukat. Okay, it is not a metered poetry. Wala siyang stanza, wala siyang rhyme. Okay, so it's called a free verse. That's the correct answer. 11, it's A. Now we go to number 12. The Nibelungilid is a Russian folk song, Latin mix, medieval German epic, or Chinese legend. Ay, 4th time na pala ni Ma'am Janelle. Ma'am Ayan Makalinaw, first timer. Hello po, welcome. Thank you, Sir Carl. All right, we're already at number 12. Ma'am Kerjin Tanse, first time. Welcome po. A lot of you are answering letters C, for number 12. And of course, that's the correct answer. Okay, so this is an example of your medieval German epic. Now, in our previous live stream, I've already given you some important writings in literature, okay, especially those writings that have influenced or have gained influence all over the world. Okay, so again, make sure if this is your first time, to watch our videos, especially our live stream, go back to our playlist, especially GenEd playlist, ProfEd playlist, and also our live streams, GenEd and ProfEd live streams po. Okay, go back po to all of our previous videos because I am pretty sure that you are going to learn a lot from our past videos. And I have already discussed a lot of things in our past videos. Okay, so this is your Nibelungenlied, and that was written by Carl Simra. Okay, tandaan po nyo ito. Okay, so this is a German epic. Now we go to number 13. The ash from Mount Pinatubo has been found to have gold content of only 20 parts per billion, which is far below commercial levels. As such, officials have warned against hopes of a new gold rush. This means that there is new hope for boosting the economy of the Philippines. There is a need to explore what else lies beneath Mount Pinatubo. There is a possibility of existing gold mines beneath Mount Pinatubo. The gold content of the ash from Mount Pinatubo does not have commercial value. What do you think is the correct answer for number 13? So sabi ng number 13, the ash from Mount Pinatubo has been found to have gold content of only 20 parts per billion, far below commercial levels. Okay, so what can you conclude about it? Okay, many of you are choosing the correct answer, which is letter D. The gold content of the ash from Mount Pinatubo does not have commercial value. Dahil sabi dito ng ating sentence is far below commercial value, okay, or commercial level. Okay, so there really has no commercial value in the ash content, the gold content of the ash in Mount Pinatubo. Okay, so number 13 is letter D. Okay, now before we proceed to the last two questions, I'd like you to please send me your score. Out of 13, ilan na po yung inyong tamang sagot? Remember, I'm always trying to give, or for those of you who have been here the first time, I'm giving them a chance to usually, I tell them that their goal would be 60%. For now, it's just 60%. So 60% of 15, that would be 9 points. Okay, so a lot of you already have more than 9. Good. Okay, Sir Jeffrey Arida, we still have the last two questions. Kayang-kaya pa po? Okay, very good. 10, 11, 13, 12. Good job. Okay, very good. So many of you have passed. Okay, I think you're all improving a lot. Again, balik lang ng balik. Sir Entry or Ma'am Entry, is it your first time? And did you answer po? Siguro hindi nag-answer ito si Sir. Sir Napoleon, multitasking. Okay, now we go to number 14. Last two, second to the last 14. In the Count of Monte Cristo, this is still literature, Edmond Dantes was wrongfully imprisoned in Castle of Chillon, the Conciergerie, La Bastilla, or Chateau d'If? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 14? Sir Maynard, good job. 10 out of 13. Ma'am Jaila, she said she only started number 3, but she still have 10. Correct. Sir Zandro, it's okay po. Next time po, let's try to answer. Okay, now we go to, again, second to the last. In the Count of Monte Cristo, the story of Edmond Dantes, he was wrongfully imprisoned in the prison site, prison camp. The jail was called Chateau d'If. Okay, it's Chateau d'If. That's letter D. Letter D po is the correct answer. Now, this is the Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. It was a story of Edmond Dantes, and Edmond Dantes was wrongfully accused and imprisoned by his enemies. So doon nga po siya kinulong sa Chateau d'If. And then there he was able to yes, he was able to meet a priest. Tapos sinabi po ng priest sa kanya that there is an island called Monte Cristo, and the priest said, meron akong mga kayamanang itinago doon sa Monte Cristo, okay? And then eventually, yung priest po, nakausap ni Edmond Dantes ay namatay. And then, ihahagis kasi yung katawan ng priest na yon, ihahagis sa dagat. Kasi nga yung Chateau d'If ay nasa dagat, nasa isla po siya. And then what happened was that Edmond Dantes took the place of the priest. So siya po yung pumasok siya together with the priest, sa dead body ng priest, pumasok siya doon sa sako dahil nga itatapon na nung guards yung katawan ng dead priest. And so eventually, Edmond Dantes was able to escape and he went to Monte Cristo, sa island nga na kinuwento sa kanya ng priest, and he was able to really find the treasures that the priest was talking about. So after that, he went back to his hometown and he wanted to take revenge sa mga taong umalipusta nga sa kanya nang walang-wala pa siya. And so he was called the Count of Monte Cristo because he said he is from Monte Cristo dahil nga mayaman na siya nung bumalik siya dahil nakuha nga niya yung yaman, yung kayamanan na nandun sa island ng Monte Cristo. Okay, so that's some summary for the Count of Monte Cristo. And this is by Alexander Dumas, one important writing po sa ating literature. Okay, so 14 would be letter D. Now we go to the last one. All of the following correctly describes the ballad, except a ballad uses dialogue, a ballad often rhymes A, B, C, D, a ballad is a narrative poem, a ballad often uses learned language. Which one do you think is the correct answer? We are looking for the exception. Okay, it says all of the following correctly describes the ballad, except. Okay, my B, my C. Again, this is the last question, our GenEd. And the correct answer here would be letter B. A ballad often rhymes A, B, C, D. This is wrong because the rhyme for your ballad would be A, B, C, B or A, B, A, B. Ang ibig sabihin lamang po nitong A, B, C, B, that means if your ballad has 4 lines, the second and the fourth line would rhyme, or A, B, A, B, the first and the third line rhyme, and also the second and the fourth line in your ballad would rhyme. Okay, so the correct answer for number 15 is letter B. Letter B po for number 15. Okay, now we take a break. Let's take a few minutes of break. We'll go back by 8 o'clock. If you need to go to the restroom, then get some restroom break. We're going back at 8 o'clock. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please go to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy, because Facebook's live stream would now be cut. Okay, I'll see you at 8 o'clock. All right, and we're back. Yes, Ma'am Camille. Ma'am Camille has a question here. Atomic mass po would be the higher number. Yes, tama po yan. Atomic number is the lower number. Okay, so atomic mass, higher number because that's the combination of protons plus neutrons. Protons plus neutrons po ang atomic mass. While atomic number, that's the lower number. It's always equal to the number of protons. Okay, it can also be equal to the number of electrons if the atom is uncharged. Okay, if it has no charge. Yes, Sir Napoleon, ulitin mo na lang yung video later. God bless po. See you later, Sir Napoleon. All right, so we start with the ProfEd part of our discussion. Okay, we go to number 1 again for ProfEd. We also have 15 items. Still, the passing percentage is 60%, so that's 9 out of 15. We go straight to question number 1. A police officer informs you that there has been a case of stealing within the vicinity of the school. He asks you for the names of some suspects you believe might have been involved. Which of the following will you do? Is it letter A, remind the police officer of the confidentiality of information? Letter B, promise him that you will ask for information about this crime? Letter C, provide him with the names of likely suspects? Or letter D, ask him to seek permission from the principal? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 1? Yes, Sir Jeffrey Arida, I will wait for you to join Grow. Okay, so again, for some of you, especially those of you who have been here for the first time, again, we have an exclusive FB group which is called Grow. And right after our live streams po, all the materials would go straight to Grow. Not only the questions I'm discussing here, but even the bank of questions that we already have, I'm sending there. I've sent thousands of questions already in Grow. So make sure that you can, if you can, also join us as a member of Grow. It's very cheap. It's only 250 pesos. That's just for GenEd and ProfEd. Now, some of you are asking about the majoring. We're still finalizing everything. So we are going to announce it if we are already going to start with the majorship. Okay, because of course we need to contact those people who are experts in your majors. Okay, now a lot of you are answering letter D and that is the correct answer. Tama po yan. Dapat mag-ask muna ng permission sa principal. Your principal is like, it is the head of the school. Okay, so dapat lamang na lahat ng mga proseso, lahat ng mga nangyayari sa school mo ay isasangguni mo sa principal. Hindi po pwedeng as a teacher, we go directly and we make our decision. We always cannot do that. Maybe in the classroom we can because we are the head of our classroom. But in this case, the correct answer would be to ask your principal first. Okay, so seek permission from the principal. That's number 1. Number 1 is letter D. Now we go to number 2. Which of the following conduct of a teacher will merit the confidence and respect of parents? Is it letter A, one who dresses properly depending on the occasion and mingles with all kinds of parents and entertains all complaints? Letter B, one who gives on-the-spot decisions over cases which requires careful deliberation. Letter C, one who deals only with well-to-do parents and intelligent people. Letter D, one who dresses po ito dapat, I'm sorry. One who dresses properly, arranges her hair meticulously, and entertains only the high officials of government and schools. Which one would you think, which among the teachers that we have here would merit the confidence and respect of parents? Thank you so much, Governor Miguel, sa iyong paayuda. Okay, thank you po, Sir Miguel. Halos kada live stream nagbibigay itong si Sir Miguel, no? Si Gov. Maraming pera. Ma'am Kurjin, if you're asking po paano po mag-donate, meron po tayong sa chat box po ninyo. Meron kang sign po dyan na parang dollar sign. Yan po yung ipipress mo. Okay. The correct answer for number 2 is... Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Isa-isahin natin ang iyong mga choices dito. Sabi ng letter A mo, dresses properly depending on the occasion, mingles with all kinds of parents, entertains all complaints. Letter B mo naman, one who gives on-the-spot decisions over cases which requires careful deliberation. Dapat mahaba at maingat yung deliberation, pero itong klase ng guro mo ay on-the-spot yung nagiging desisyon. Letter C mo naman, one who deals only with well-to-do families. Well-to-do po here means rich. Okay, well-to-do or rich parents lamang, and intelligent people lamang yung kanyang ini-entertain. Letter D naman, one who dresses properly, arranges her hair meticulously, and entertains only the high officials of government and school. So ini-entertain niya lamang ay yung mga matataas na opisyal ng gobyerno at ng school. Now, the correct answer for this one would be letter A. Meron din siyang part dito na hindi maganda, pero out of all the choices that you have, A is the best choice. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Now we go to number 3. In her desire to help the children build their vocabulary, a teacher maintains a small board at the corner of the classroom for the word of the day. Which method of vocabulary building does she employ? Is it letter A, incidental attention to building meaning? Letter B, direct vocabulary instruction? Letter C, wide reading? Or letter D, all of the above? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 3? Okay, we're still at number 3 for ProfEd. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 3, ProfEd? Okay, so sabi dito ng number 3 natin, a teacher maintains a small board at the corner. So may maliit lamang siyang pisara na may word of the day. But it was not mentioned that this word is actually tinuturo talaga, no, na direktang tinuturo ng teacher. Hindi naman siya stated. Nilalagay lamang niya doon yung word of the day. So nakahagip lamang ng pananaw, maaari ng mga bata, nakikita lamang ng mga bata. The correct answer here is letter A only, incidental attention to building meaning. Incidente lamang, hindi siya direktang tinuturo. So that's why we cannot choose letter D. Dahil sabi ng letter D mo, all of the above. It is not directly being taught. Okay? So it's not direct vocabulary instruction. Wala namang wide reading na sinabi dito sa ating question. So the correct answer would just be letter A. Okay? So letter A is the correct answer for number 3. A lamang po. Walang mention ng B, walang mention ng C. Now number 4. To facilitate testing and measurement, which provides data for evaluation, objectives in value development are transferred into behaviors that are what? Letter A, measurable, observable, or describable. Letter B, reliable and time-bound. Letter C, specific, measurable, and attainable based on the time allotment. Or letter D, cognitive and behavioral. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 4? Okay, a lot of you are choosing letter C. Okay, Sir Loreto said letter C, smart. Letter C po is the correct answer. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Now, Sir Loreto has mentioned smart, and that is correct. No, whenever you make your objectives should always be smart. Now, what is the meaning of the term smart? Smart here would mean specific. So, dapat maging specific yung iyong objective, what behavior is going to be measured. So that's specific, isang klase lamang ng behavior. It should be measurable. That's why in our previous LET discussions, I said there is a question there which states that which among the following verbs is not accepted in making objectives. Your answer there would be understand and comprehend. Okay, so hindi po sila ginagamit dahil they are very difficult to measure. Okay, it's very difficult for you to measure whether the student has understood something. Your letter A here, it should be attainable. Okay, so dapat ma-attain siya, posible siyang ma-learn ng yung estudyante based sa kanilang level. It's also going to be relevant, so dapat magagamit siya sa kanyang buhay, sa buhay ng estudyante, and it should be time-bound or time-based. Okay? So the correct answer there would be letter C. Ang measurable, observable, and describable kasi, isa lang to. Okay, this is only one. This is just letter M. Reliable and time-bound mo, dalawa. But this one has three. Okay, three things there: specific, measurable, and attainable based on apat pa nga siya, may time allotment pa siya, so it's also time-bound. So the correct answer for number 4 is C. C po. Okay, so again, this is SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Okay, so these should be some characteristics of a good objective. Your objective should always be specific. It should be measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound or time-based. All right, now we go to question number 5. An assigned OIC of a certain school encashes the checks of teachers, even without their permission. She collects 3 pesos from each teacher. What should be done? Is it letter A, refer this to a higher authority? Letter B, file a complaint to the same OIC? Letter C, you will pay because anyway you would be spending more than 3 pesos for fare to get the check. Letter D, you will not pay 3 pesos. Okay, what should you do? Ma'am Cheska Basilan, ano pong nangyayari? Paiba-iba na yung emoji ni Ma'am Cheska. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 5? So, meron kang OIC. Kunwari, nag-retire na ang inyong principal. So, wala pa kayong panibagong principal. Meron pa lamang kayong OIC ngayon. Now, yung OIC nyo, kinukuha yung check-in ninyo at pinapa-encash. Okay, so siya na mismo nagpapa-encash ng check-in nyo at nangongolekta siya ng 3 pesos sa kada cheque nang walang pahintulot, okay, without permission. So what shall you do? This is part of the Code of Ethics, no? Parte ito ng Code of Ethics, the teacher and the higher authorities. Okay, the correct answer for this one would be letter A. Tama po yan. Refer this to a higher authority. You cannot choose letter B. Dahil sabi ng letter B, file a complaint to the same OIC. So, magre-reklamo ka, pero sa kanya ka din magre-reklamo. Hindi pwede. Okay, dahil siya nga yung OIC mo. So, dapat it should be a higher authority. Someone who's not within your school. Since sa school nyo ngayon, siya yung highest authority because she or he is the OIC. Okay, so the correct answer is letter A. Letter A po for number 5. Now we go to number 6. A parent asks you to give his son, who is in grade 12, a passing grade. He tells you that his son won't go to college anyway. He can't afford to send him in college, especially now that he has lost his job. Instead, he wants his son to work after he graduates from high school. What will you do? Is it letter A, give his son a passing mark? Letter B, give his son what he deserves? Letter C, give him a special test? Letter D, ask for a special project? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 6? Okay, so meron kang grade 12 student, pinuntahan ka ng parents, sabi, ipasa mo na lang tong anak ko. Dahil he's not going to college anyway. I cannot send him to college. He's gonna work right after high school. What will you do? Okay, a lot of you are answering with letter B, and that is the correct choice. Okay, so give him what he deserves. Do not give him any special treatment. If he wanted to pass, if the student wanted to pass, or if the parent wanted the student to pass, dapat beforehand, ginawa na nila lahat. Okay, hindi yung mag-aas ng pabor para ipasa mo siya kung failing siya. Okay, so give his son what he deserves. We're not really sure right here kung totoong failing na ba yung student or if the student is still passing pa naman. Okay, so give his son what he deserves. Even if it's failing or not, whatever he deserves, give it to him. Okay, so that's the correct answer. Letter B for number 6. Now, there is a variation to this question. May variation kayo sa question na to. Merong question na yung question is a parent is giving you a threat or threatening you because his son has a failing grade. If you are going to be a hedonist, okay, if you are going to be a hedonist, what shall you do? Now, we know that as a hedonist, pag sinabi mong hedonist, you want to be free from suffering, okay? Ayaw mo na meron kang pinoproblema. So the correct answer for this one, if that is a question, your answer should be let him pass. Why suffer the threat? Okay, let him pass. Why suffer the threat? If the question naman, there is another variation. May variation naman na you have a student who is failing, but the child asks you to let him pass because this is going to make his parents proud of him and his parents happy. He will be happy and you would also be happy because this student is not going to be a burden to you anymore. Okay, what school of thought is being shown in this question? Okay, anong klaseng school of thought yan? Remember, your schools of thought are your isms. Is it essentialism, progressivism, utilitarianism, or pragmatism? In that case, if that's your question, pag ganyan yung question mo na sa estudyante mo, ipasa mo na lamang siya dahil liligaya siya, liligaya yung parents niya, pati ikaw mawawala ng burden. Anong klase na school of thought ito? This would be utilitarianism. So utilitarianism po siya as part ng ating ism. Utilitarianism means the good of the many. Okay? So the more people who'd become happy because of your decision, then choose that decision. Now, if you still do not know any of these isms, go back to our previous videos. Again, I have already told you several times, go back to our GenEd playlist, to our ProfEd playlist, and also to our GenEd and ProfEd live stream playlist. Meron po tayong lahat na ng videos natin halos dinidiscuss yung iba't ibang ism, iba-ibang konsepto na makikita nyo po sa inyong let. Okay? So the correct answer will be utilitarianism doon. So number 6 again, that's letter B, give his son what he deserves. Now we go to number 7. A teacher often comes to school late. One student comes in later than the teacher. The teacher asked the student why she came late. The student answered, I thought you were not yet in. What should you do if you're the teacher? Is it letter A, ignore her? Anyway, it's true that you often come late for class. Letter B, explain or give excuses that you have many paperwork to do. Letter C, apologize and tell them honestly the reason why you often come to class late. Letter D, tell them they don't have the right to question you regarding your punctuality. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 7? Okay, so again, number 7, yung sitwasyon po natin sa number 7 is palagi kang late. As a teacher, you're always late. Na ngayon, may estudyanteng dumating nang later pa kaysa sayo. Okay, so tinanong mo yung student, bakit ka late? And then you said, the student answered, akala ko wala ka pa, ma'am. So what should you do? How would you react? Are you going to ignore her? Hayaan mo na lang kasi totoo naman. Letter B, explain mo, magbigay ka ng maraming rason kung bakit palagi kang late, marami kang paperwork na ginagawa. Letter C, mag-apologize ka sa kanila, tell them you're sorry and tell them honestly the reason why you're often late. Or letter D, tell them that they don't have the right to question you regarding your punctuality. So double standard. Pag ikaw okay lang malate, pag sila, pwede mong questionin sila, hindi pwedeng questionin yung pagiging late mo. Okay, now remember, I've been telling you also, especially to our students who've been here since the beginning of our live streams, I've been telling you, when you take the let, you should always be imagining your teacher to be an ideal teacher. Your teacher should be a perfect type of teacher. So napaka-ideal ng guro mo sa let, napaka-perfecto, napaka-buti, kind, hindi marunong magalit yung teacher mo sa let. Kahit nga may question nga sa let na one parent got angry with you and the parent told you several hurtful words in front of your colleagues and in front of the students. So what shall you do? Sa let po, yung gagawin mo, yung tamang sagot is just let the parent say what he or she needs to say. Just keep quiet. Yan po yung tamang sagot sa let. So sabi ko nga sa inyo sa let, napakabuti, napaka-kind ng teacher. Ideal po siya. But of course, in reality, hindi naman yon yung mangyayari. Okay? Maaaring magkasagutan pa nga kayo ng parent, no, kung hindi ka makapagtimpe. Alright, so going back to number 7 again, as a teacher, as an ideal teacher nga, sabi ko, the correct answer here would be letter C. You apologize and tell them honestly the reason why you often come to class late. Bakit palagi kang late? Ano nga ba yung rason kung bakit ka late? So, ikaw pa yung magsusorry, okay? So, 7, of course, you really need to be, to say sorry, to ask for their apology because you're always coming to school late, okay? So, parte siya ng iyong sinumpaan, parte siya ng ating sinumpaan sa oath mo, pagkatapos mong pumasa sa let, dapat gampanan mo na maayos ang pagiging guro. So letter C is the correct answer. Now we go to number 8. When a teacher retires from teaching, what do you consider as her best satisfaction? The sense of contribution she has provided for the students' growth, the sense of power and prestige she has in her community, the monetary reward she gets after retiring, the feeling of love she has for the students. Ayan na si Mayora Mercy Grace Gayo. Thank you po. Okay, so si Ma'am Mercy, palagi din nagbibigay si Ma'am Mercy. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta sa Gurong Pinoy. So we have Ma'am Mercy as our Mayora, si Sir Miguel as our Gobernador, Sir Migs, Congressman, at si Ma'am Norhana, no, ating Kapitana. Okay, so Ma'am Norhana, thank you po. Alright, so number 8, ano kaya yung tamang sagot? What is the best satisfaction? So when you say satisfaction, of course, you think of this as something that is very positive. Ito yung pinaka nagbibigay sa'yo ng happiness, ng contentment. Okay? Pagiging kontento sa kung anong ginagawa mo or sa, in this case, sa kung anong ginawa mo dahil nga retired na si teacher. Okay, the correct answer here would be letter A. That's correct. The sense of contribution she has provided for the students' growth. Okay, so that's the best satisfaction that one can have as a teacher. Ito po yung pinaka-satisfaction natin, letter A. Okay, hindi lamang sense of power and prestige na meron tayo sa community, monetary reward, yung pension natin, feeling of love for your students, tama din ito, tama din naman lahat ito. Pero yung best satisfaction would be letter A, the sense of contribution she has provided for the students' growth. Okay, so number 8 is letter A. Now we go to number 9. Multiple choice tests are considered the best type of test because it contains many answers. It measures several competencies in one test. Letter C, it possesses the qualities of other types of tests. Or letter D, it is easy to make. Why is multiple choice test considered the best type of test? And kung inyo pong napapansin, ang multiple choice test po ang kadalasang ginagamit sa mga standardized test natin. Pag sinabi mong standardized test, these are tests that were prepared by the experts. So standardized test mo, kalimitan ay binibigay ito sa maraming estudyante. So examples of your standardized tests are your NAT, your DAT, your RAT. Okay, so standardized po itong mga test na ito. Ginawa ng mga eksperto at binibigay sa mas maraming estudyante. So bakit kalimitan multiple choice test ang ginagamit dito? At multiple choice test ay sinasabing best type of test. We already have a variation of this question in our previous live stream. And the correct answer, of course, is letter B. It measures several competencies in one test. Hindi lamang isang objective ang measure ng iyong multiple choice test, pero iba-ibang topics ang pwede niyang i-measure. Okay, so letter B, tama kayo. That's the correct answer. Now, we know that letter D is wrong. Multiple choice test is one of the hardest tests to make. Napakahirap pong gumawa ng multiple choice test, di ba? So, iisipin mo na yung question, mag-iisip ka pa ng mga posibleng answer. Dapat kasi yung choices mo, sa multiple choice mo ay halos lahat tama. Okay? Halos lahat ay tama. So, the student would have to pick the best choice. Okay? So, that's your multiple choice test. It is very difficult. It's very difficult to make, but it is the easiest to grade. Okay? Napakadali po niyang i-grade, napakadali po niyang i-check, but it is very difficult to make. Okay? So, number 9 is letter B. Now, we go to number 10. What should a teacher do if her unit test conflicts with a schedule of a required practice session for a specific co-curricular school activity? Is it letter A, negotiate with the teacher in charge to excuse the student's concern? Letter B, ask the students to decide which one to attend? Letter C, give a makeup test to the students concerned? Letter D, collaborate to reschedule the test for another date? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa number 10? We're already at question number 10 for our ProfEd. Again, for those of you who have just tuned in, our schedules for the live stream po, GenEd and ProfEd discussion, that's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Philippine time. Okay, that's 7 p.m. Philippine time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays po. So always make sure that you join us. You're all very welcome to join us. If you can also join us in GROW. GROW is Gurung Pinoy Review Online Work Group. That's only 250. The details of how to pay you can find at the beginning of this video. Okay, and if you have a chance, again, I highly recommend that you go back to our playlist, especially GenEd, ProfEd, and also our playlist on all the live streams. Okay. Now, still, for those of you who have just tuned in, my name is Ma'am Mexay Son Manaay. We used to own StudyLink Review and Tutorial Center in Iloilo. We have been in this business for so long already. You are all very lucky. I've been telling you this because I only started this live streams. I only started this YouTube channel because of the pandemic. So kung wala pong naging COVID-19, wala po akong masyadong maraming time at siguro po hindi ako nakapag-start ng ating YouTube channel. But we were able to start this YouTube channel because I had a lot of time because of the COVID at naging online na nga lang po yung klase. Currently, I'm teaching high school science in Manning High School. Specifically, I'm teaching physical science, which is physics and chemistry. And so my family and I are here in the Philippines, in South Carolina, USA. And so we closed our review center last year, was our last program. Our review center catered the LET and civil service, but we still have a lot of materials, and a lot of our students would attest that we have helped them pass the LET. We know the questions that are coming out in the LET. We know what's going to come out as questions in your LET. So kapit lamang po kayo, balik po kayo ng balik, at tuturuan po namin kayo, tutulungan ko po kayo kung paano nyo maipasa yung LET. Okay? So the correct answer for number 10, going back to number 10, yung correct answer po dito would be letter D. Collaborate to reschedule the test for another date. Dahil sabi nga dito, yung unit test mo ay conflict sa nakaschedule, hindi lamang nakaschedule, required din siya na practice session. Okay, required yung practice, nakaschedule na siya, at ngayon conflict dito yung unit test mo. Are you going to negotiate with the teacher para i-excuse yung mga students concerned? Required itong practice nila. Are you going to ask the students, papapiliin mo yung estudyante mo kung saan sila mag-a-attend? Are you going to give a makeup test to the students concerned? Dahil kasi yung A mo dito, yung choices A and C mo, ikaw lang din mahihirapan. Dahil magre-reschedule ka pa ng test mo for those students who cannot take the test right now. So the best choice that you have is collaborate. Also, what's making this the correct answer is the very positive term that we have here, which is collaboration. Okay, so collaborate to reschedule the test for another date. Okay, so that's the correct answer for number 10. Number 11, there are 40 professional boards under the Professional Regulation Commission. Registered members are asked to abide by the Bill of Rights, the 10 Commandments, the Philippine Constitution, the Code of Ethics of each profession. What do you think is the correct answer for 11? Ma'am Farm, yes, you came in late. Pwede nyo pong i-download. Pwede din naman po, ma'am, na hindi nyo i-download. Pwedeng balikan nyo later. It's your choice po. Thank you so much, Sir Jeffrey, Ma'am Eva, for your kind words. Sir Maestro. Ma'am Hai, yes, Samporna. As Ma'am Rafaela Joy, we're thinking about having live for the civil service. Pero baka gawin ko po ito during majorship. Pag nagme-major na po yung lahat ng mga students, baka pwede nating isingit yung live for civil service. But before those po pwede nyo pong puntahan din yung mga, meron tayong playlist for civil service. May analogy and logic po tayo dyan, may clerical reasoning, so i-check nyo po yan, ma'am. Kahit yung mga GenEd part natin, lumalabas din po yan sa civil service, yung mga English part. Okay, now the correct answer for number 11, of course, is letter D. Karamihan sa inyo tama. It's the code of ethics of each profession. So meron tayong 40 professions under sa PRC at kada professions nito ay merong code of ethics na tinatawag. So 11, that's letter D. Now we go to number 12. What terms are used to refer to a student-centered learning process in which members of the group develop a common perception based on shared feelings and emotions? Is this dynamic interaction, group dynamic, small group discussion, or group presentation? What do you think is the correct answer for number 12? Sir Carl Gaurano, yes, we are going to be doing majorship po. Inaayos lang po natin. First and foremost, we will be asking po kung ano yung mga majors ninyo. So maybe after a few minutes, I'll be asking you to send us your major para po mag-gauge natin kung ano major yung karamihan. Okay, we will be asking, of course, the former lecturers that we have to also take care of your majorship. Okay, now karamihan sa inyo yung sagot nyo is letter D. Sa mga nagtatanong, yung majorship po natin ay hindi po included sa GROW. So GROW po, the 250 is only for the GenEd and the ProfEd. Hindi po doon kasama yung ating major. Because of course, with a majorship po, hindi po ako lahat yung magdi-discuss noon. Because for example, for math major, we are going to ask our lecturer to do the presentation. So of course, magbabayad din po kami sa aming lecturers. Okay, now for question number 12, the correct answer here is letter B, group dynamics po ang tawag dito, hindi lamang group presentation. Sabi ng number 12 mo, student-centered learning process in which members of the group develop a common perception based on shared feelings and emotions. Saan nga ba nangyayari? Di ba kadalasan nga ginagawa itong group dynamics? Pag meron kayong mga seminar, magpapag-group dynamics muna. Kung meron kayong mga leadership training, okay, may group dynamics, meron kayong shared feelings and emotions, meron kayong mga ginagawa, okay, for you to develop a common perception based on shared feelings and emotions. The correct answer po is group dynamics po. Okay, now we go to number 13. Which of the following is an example of an extrinsic motivation strategy? Letter A, give opportunities to answer divergent questions. Give immediate feedback to students' responses. Letter C, provide opportunities for students. Letter D, design individual or group competition for prizes or recognition. Yes, Sir Maestro, pareho tayo ng major. So ako po yung magdi-discuss sa biosci. Sir Game Aspiring, welcome back. Ngayon lang kita nakita ulit dito, sir. Late ba si sir? Sir Aldwin, you're asking for the majorship? Wala pa po. Inaayos pa po natin. So we cannot tell you the price, but of course, what we're sure is that the price would be cheaper than the rest of the review centers that you can find. It's gonna be cheaper. So maaring it's going to just cover the cost that we pay the lecturers. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer for this? We're looking for extrinsic motivation strategy. The correct answer for this one would be letter D. Letter D po, design individual or group competition for prizes and recognition. Your letter A is not an extrinsic motivation. Di siya extrinsic motivation. Dahil ito po, nagbibigay ka lang ng chance, ng opportunity sa iyong mga estudyante, feedback. Okay, this is not an extrinsic motivation. Now, let's go to the two types of motivation that we have. Remember, for your motivation, you have intrinsic and extrinsic. Pag sinabi mong intrinsic motivation, you are motivated to perform for your own sake and for your own personal reward. So, learning mo lamang, okay, para lamang sa sarili mo. That's intrinsic motivation. Pero pag sinabi mong extrinsic motivation, you are motivated to perform para sa reward, okay? Dahil gusto mo magka-prize, magka-premyo, para sa reward, para sa honor, para sa pride. But this one is, or it can also be to avoid punishment. Now, what are some examples of your extrinsic and intrinsic motivation? For intrinsic motivation po, some examples would be autonomy, freedom, belonging, curiosity, love, learning, mastery, and having meaning. Extrinsic motivation mo naman would be badges, competition, your fear of failure, fear of punishment, gold stars, money. Okay, so this one, may mga rewards. Usually, material na bagay na kukuha mo for extrinsic motivation. Kaya siya yung tamang sagot natin dito because this is for prize or recognition. So letter D for number 13. Now, a lot of you are already sending your score, 10 out of 13. Very good. Good job. Okay, so again, our passing score is passing percentage 60%. That's 9 out of 13. Out of 15, sorry. Okay, we proceed to question number 14, second to the last. Good job, everyone. Of the following statements, the best example that represents functional illiteracy is letter A, failure to pass a qualifying exam. Letter B, failure to graduate from high school. Letter C, inability to comply with graduation requirements. Or letter D, inability to apply basic communication skills in work. Which one do you think pertains to functional illiteracy? Okay. Very good, students. I'm so proud of you. It gives me satisfaction to see all of you having these good scores. Okay, so that means natututo tayo. Mas alam na natin kung paano sagutan ang ating mga tanong, especially ProfEd, no? Dahil marami sa inyo, when we started, you said ProfEd is very difficult. And I can see that a lot of you already know how to answer ProfEd questions carefully, analyze carefully, so that you have the correct answer. Okay, now a lot of you are answering letter D for number 14, and that po is the correct answer. The inability to apply basic communication skills in work. Okay, so that's letter D for number 14. Now, when you say functional illiteracy kasi, this is reading and writing skills that are inadequate to manage daily living and employment tasks. Okay, so when you say functional illiteracy, nakakapagbasa naman siya, marunong naman siya magbasa, marunong siya mag-basic na pagsusulat, pero hindi niya ito magamit, hindi niya ito magawa, hindi nakakatulong ang kanyang mga skills para maging successful siya in her daily living at also sa employment. Okay, so that's functional illiteracy. Okay, so letter D po ang tamang sagot for number 14. Ma'am Jaila, yung details po on how to join GROW can be found at the beginning of this video. Pwede nyo din pong puntahan yung ating page. Meron din pong nakapost doon. Okay, so that's number 14. Now we go to the last one. Number 15, which best illustrates the pre-conventional stage in moral development? Is it letter A, I will do what I think is right no matter what happens? Letter B, good work is rewarded and bad work is punished? Letter C, everyone is an instrument for good deeds? Letter D, you scratch my back and I will scratch yours. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot sa 15? Okay, this is the last question for the day. Again, please go back to our live streams for our playlist. Meron din tayong playlist for GenEd na separate. Meron tayong playlist for ProfEd na separate. If you want to see the previous live streams that we have, then go back to our ProfEd GenEd live streams, especially if it's your first time to be with us. Sir Zandro Villar, welcome po. Okay, so first time ni Sir Zandro. Ma'am Samarenyang Waray, first time niyo po ba? So again, balik lamang po kayo ng balik. If you'd want to be members of Grow, then make sure that you check how to become a member. The details are found at the beginning of this video. Okay, now a lot of you are choosing B, some D. Welcome po, Ma'am Samarenyang Waray. Ganda ng pangalan. Okay, now many of you are choosing letter B. Let's check. The correct answer for this one, we're talking about pre-conventional stage. The correct answer is letter D po, letter D. You scratch my back and I will scratch yours. Ma'am Laren Yokte, first time din. Now let me discuss this. Your moral development theory, of course, this was by Kohlberg. Okay, so binigay po sa atin ito ni Lawrence Kohlberg, moral development theory. Now, let's take a look at this first column that we have here. There are three main stages of your moral development theory: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. Ang meaning lamang po nito ng conventional, when you say conventional, that means you are following the rules of your society. Now, you have pre-conventional, which is before the conventional stage, and of course, you have the post-conventional, which is after your conventional stage. Now, pre-conventional, you have two stages here: avoidance of punishment and exchange of favors. Sa conventional stage mo naman, you have good child, so good boy, good girl image. You also know how to follow the law and order. Now, for your post-conventional stage, you know the social contract. Okay, so sometimes you may negate the law. Sometimes hindi mo na fina-follow yung law. Or sometimes you follow the higher laws, okay? The laws of the universe na. That's why you have your universal ethical principle. Now, you don't need to really give emphasis to the second column that we have here. Puntahan po natin itong ating mga examples. So, the first stage, again, is avoidance of punishment. I would cheat if I knew I wouldn't get caught, okay? So, sa iyong pre-conventional stage, hindi pa po naiintindihan ng bata kung bakit may laws. The child really does not understand yet kung bakit may law. Nagka-follow lamang siya just to get some benefits or just to avoid punishment. Yan lamang po yung reasons kung bakit nagpa-follow yung bata sa law. But really, the child does not understand yet kung bakit may mga law tayo sa ating society. Now, stage 2 here is exchange of favors. I'll let you copy mine if you do my homework. That's why your answer a while ago is letter D, okay? You scratch my back and I will scratch yours. Now, many of you have answered letter B. I will explain kung bakit mali ang letter B, bakit hindi B ang ating tamang sagot. Now, going to our conventional stage, sabi dito ng stage 3 mo, good boy, good girl image, I'm not going to tell because I want her to like me. This is the teacher's pet na stage. Okay, teacher's pet. Gusto mo, maganda yung image mo lagi. Stage 4 naman, you can't do that because the teacher said no. Dito po nagfo-fall yung choice B mo. Okay, so yung choice B mo falls under your conventional. Good work is rewarded and bad work is punished. Bakit hindi po siya sa stage 1? Dahil po, naintindihan mo na. Okay, na pag ginawa mo yung mali ay mapapunish ka. Pag ginawa mo naman yung tama ay meron kang reward. So meron ka ng pagkakaintindi sa laws. That's why it's no longer part of your pre-conventional stage. This is already part of your conventional stage. Na iintindihan mo na kung bakit kailangan mong sundin ang mga laws na meron tayo sa ating society. Now, the post-conventional stage, as I have mentioned, in this case, the rule may be wrong. Pwede mong i-question yung rules or yung law at pwede ding sundin mo yung mas mga nakakataas pang laws na meron tayo. So, you shouldn't lie because it violates the golden rule. Okay? So, higher na itong post-conventional. Now, sabi pa ni Kohlberg, hindi lahat ng tao ay nare-reach ito or na-achieve itong post-conventional stage. Sometimes, ang isang tao, hanggang mamatay siya, hanggang conventional stage lamang siya. Sunod lamang siya ng sunod sa kung anong sasabihin sa kanya ng ibang tao. Wala pa siyang choice na kanya. Okay, takot siyang gumawa ng desisyon na kanya, especially if alam niyang mag-violate ito, na maki-question nito ang mga existing laws na meron tayo. Okay, so these are the different stages under Kohlberg's moral development theory. All right, so I hope that you have learned a lot from us today. 20 out of 30, very good. 25 out of 30, 23 out of 30, 24 out of 30, good job. Okay, so again, Sir Maestro, salamat po. Understandable. Thank you so much for all your positive feedback. Ma'am Kazukari, she said she got 29 out of 30, highest. Simula nung nag-start yung drills and live. Thank you so much. And sabi niya, grabe po naging epekto ng discussions nyo for my progress. Sobrang big help. Thank you so much po. Ma'am Rachel, okay lamang po yan. Balikan nyo lamang po, okay? Okay, so again, our next schedule will be on Tuesday. Ano nga ngayon? No, today is Tuesday. Tama ba? So the next schedule will be on Thursday. Okay, so Thursday at 7 p.m. Then after that, we'll have Saturday live stream still at 7 p.m. Again, that's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 7 p.m. If you haven't liked this video yet, please make sure that you like this video. Again, please be reminded not to skip any ads when you're watching our videos. That's one way for us to help, for you to help us. Also, don't abandon our videos. Don't skip the ads. So start our videos. Watch our videos from start until the end. Please share our Facebook page. Please share our YouTube channel. That's Gurung Pinoy. Like this video. Follow and like our Facebook page. Share it with your family and friends so that we can help more students or more people pass the LET, okay? We can all conquer the LET with your help, with your dedication, with your commitment, and also, of course, with the help of Gurung Pinoy, and of course, the Lord God above. All right? So, sa muli, ito pong inyong Gurung Pinoy na nagsasabing, sabay-sabay po tayo, maliit man na butil na mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginawaan. Maraming salamat po. Good night. And happy learning hanggang sa susunod, hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita, mga kaguro. Good night!